So, hi everyone. Today, I've been making a good idea to create a new review just because I did like the Wendell and Wild movie. I'm gonna review this movie called Monkeybone. Monkeybone, which was based on the 1995 comic book titled Darktown, originally had a story of what this movie was gonna be like. The concept of Monkeybone began around the year 1995, around this time that Henry Selick got an idea of mixing Donkey Kong Country and Cool World together to create a black comedy fantasy film, which was directed by Henry Selick and written by Sam Hamm and produced by Chris Columbus, who was best known for directing the Home Alone films from 1 and 2. Although it combines live action with stop motion animation, it started something interesting. I noticed that the plot is very, very simple. So Stuart Stu Miley was this guy who gets struck by a coma after he got hit by a pipe, and his creation, Monkeybone, has come to life to haunt him forever. He's stuck inside of his realm full of evil monsters that lurk around his mind. And what happens in Monkeybone is that he gets a crash course in trying to get a way out of this dimension, but things take a turn for the worst when Monkeybone takes control of his body, and then Stu decides to find a way out of here, and this time he convinces Devil and Death to find a way to kill Monkeybone, only for Death to take an advantage on Monkeybone by getting him killed onto Stu's head with her robot. Then she uses her robot to flick Stu back to reality. He wakes up and finally gets what he wants, but his best friend Herb decides to break the fourth wall towards the audience by telling everyone to take off their clothes and become monkeys. All I can say is, this ending is terrible! It is dreadful. I don't understand why it got negatively critical reviews. For a 92-minute movie, it only had a budget of $75 million and it bombed at $7.6 million. Despite every single appearance like Stephen King and Taylor Hunt, Jack the Ripper and Lizzie Borden, they had some weird looking creatures that show up. And I had some sort of funny problem about what the term roadkill would be like. If they were street squashed like a rabbit, a raccoon, a snake, it sound kinda awkward to have a three-headed devil and Attila the Hun and Hypnos, this evil guy. This devil himself has always been tricked into infiltrating the domain before Stu was. And then they had a Grim Reaper and Super Reaper. And the influences of this movie is that it's like combining Tim Burton's style with Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Beetlejuice. And it didn't make sense that if Stu was going to be portrayed by Ben Stiller, it could have been better. But, however, when he got struck in the head by a golf club and hit, there's a dream sequence, it echoes the Church of the Subgenius. And it felt like it wasn't that good. But that would be nothing compared to Rat Race, which was actually a much better movie in my opinion than probably Monkeybone. I probably realized Monkeybone was pitched to Paramount Pictures, but then Ralph Bakshi chose Cool World, meaning that it ended up being on 20th Century Fox, and the rest is stupid because you can't send a monkey to do a man's job, and I might give this movie like a 4.8 out of 10. For the soundtrack, they had to put The Offspring's Come Out and Play. I love that song, and nothing else. And they had to put Thomas Hayden Church from George of the Jungle and Spider-Man 3 in it. And they added Whoopi Goldberg, who would appear in Rat Race, that we know of. And speaking of Rat Race, I had no idea why was I talking about Monkeybone. For a funny reason why, It's just not fun to watch it. That's all I can say about this movie. Bye bye.